Hello everybody, Amyte here, and welcome back to another episode of the Automata 8 Let's Play. So, I am back in my Powah room, and I got everything upgraded to Nitro tier. So all the rods are Nitro, including a 10th extra one because I got it from a quest reward. All the cables above it are Nitro, the Ender Cell or whatever it's called, the Ender Gate is Nitro, the cables here are also Nitro, all the thermo generators are Nitro. The only thing I haven't really installed that's Nitro is this Ender Cell, because I discovered when you put a energy cell into them, you can't get it back. I got so mad. That thing costed so much time. Are you kidding me? So this time around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this energy storage with another energy cell here. So we're going to put this for storage, and an energy cell on the Nitro tier is 2 billion FE. And while we're at it, I'm going at a nice healthy 400,000 FE per tick from all of these thermal generators. And I kind of cut a hole in the floor thinking maybe I should do another row because of how good this actually is. And I always thought Powah was S tier because of the reactors, and I never thought it was because of the thermal generators, so this was a really awesome discovery. Anyways, I want local energy storage here just to have a big reserve of it in case I ever need to make something big, like, I don't know, alloy blocks, you know, just a casual 8 billion FE per craft. With all tech mods, as you go up the tiers in machines and stuff, the input and output tick rate is higher. So what I want to do is actually want to remove this, and I'm going to replace it with an energy cell of Nitro tier here. And what I'm going to do to upgrade it is I'm going to actually put a battery instead of an energy cell, which is a little bit interesting because I thought, I don't know where that initial 400 came from, but yeah, that's kind of a surprise. I wonder what happens there. This is also 2.4. Oh, it comes from here. You can multi-block this. No way, that's so cool. Well, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these, and I'm just going to surround them in a nice little 3x3 here. And then we'll upgrade all of these with batteries, which, by the way, is a much better choice than the energy cell, because to upgrade batteries, you just need one of the previous tier, whereas with energy cells, you need 2, so it's exponentially more expensive, whereas this is just linearly more expensive. I found out the hard way, so yeah, anyways. Oh yeah, before I forget, there's one little thing I want to show that I did a little change on. Is back at home where the block maker is, I took out the windmill and stuff because it was just not making enough power, and I could just easily hook up a flux network at this point. So I tidied up the cabling around here, but I also added a little something here. So this is a clay ball maker now, so all I do is whatever sand I get in here that's excess, it gets dumped into this chest, which then the chute takes from. And I'm taking the sand away because my magnet was on, but there is a bulk washer set up over here, and basically it just washes down the sand into clay and puts it back into this chest, this drawer right here. So that's where I'm getting my supply of clay balls now. I also crafted a couple of extra things that you may have seen in the last episode that I didn't address. I made an infinity wand just because those are really useful and they don't break, but I also made a warding charm just so I wouldn't get debuffs left and right, especially going into the other dungeons as well. I think that combined with the antidote vessel is really good. I haven't really noticed that I've been taking any negative effects, so it must be, right? Alright, 8 nitro batteries all created. What was that a quest for? Oh, I see, okay. What did I get? Fortune 5, get out of here. We're just gonna plop this in here, in here, in here, in here, in here, 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 and here. And now my entire network is 18 billion FE. And you know what? Let's also just plop my flux plug over here so that it also receives that. Yeah! Just a casual 18 billion. No worries. I bet that absolutely did a number on my resources though. I think the hard part about auto crafting is that you just don't even look at how much stuff you have anymore, so you don't really know the value of what you have and if you need to save up or whatever. Nether stars, I only have 4 left. Nether quartz, I only have less than 500. Oh. Yeah, maybe today let's go and make some farms for those. Man, I gotta say though, this room just looks absolutely dank and boring. I definitely need to do at least some prettying up around here. That was my biggest fear when I started this playthrough, is that I don't focus on building stuff to make them look pretty and just build them for function, and I start making like square rooms and just boring stuff. I think I'm going to stream some All the Mods 8 on my Twitch channel, so if you want to stop by, say hi, maybe give some suggestions for how to spice the base up a little bit, yeah, feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/AmyteShade. I don't really have a streaming schedule, it's just really whenever I'm not busy, but I'm trying to do more of it. By the time this video is out, I'm probably done with a bunch of projects and stuff like that, so I will have a bit more time to frequently stream a little bit more. Now, you can probably tell by the episode title, we're going to be going into mystical agriculture, which is the thing that I was doing a little bit earlier here to make honey seeds. But before we do that, I kind of want to reflect on the playthrough a little bit. I've just been looking at tutorials, man. It's kind of depressing. I want something myself. Like, I want to come up with something and make it my own. Like, I just want to try something here. So one of the things that I absolutely need more of is nether quartz. And I want to try something here on camera. I didn't test this in creative mode yet. Normally, when you need to look for how to make a resource in this mod pack, you just sort of have to just look it up on JEI and then hit left click the button, and then we'll be able to find out all the different recipes and ways to create that thing. However, nether quartz, there is something in vanilla that you can do that hasn't been covered in here. I want to try piglin bartering. It's weird because I feel like there might be some extra items that you can get from piglin trading in a mod pack, and thus the search for 24 piglins begin. This will most likely take a bunch of time, so I will be right back when I get them all caught. Wait, hold on a second. This is modded Minecraft. I've done this already before. What the fuck am I doing? How I'm thinking that I want this farm to work is that we're going to set up stations for all of the piglins to receive gold from, and I want it so that we hook up a ender chest to supply the gold for the piglins, but then we are going to have some sort of redstone contraption that gives a redstone pulse every, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. We can play around with that, the timing of it, but basically I want dispensers all around those piglins and drop a piece of gold onto them, and then whatever they trade with, it gets sucked into the backpack, and then from there we could just have the backpack go into some sort of filtering and storage system, and then we can mass farm nether quartz potentially. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I didn't plan this out, and this is just an idea at the moment, so we'll see how this goes. Why don't we try using shoots from create? So if, you know, an item gets tossed into here, it will drop down, right? If I turn off my magnet. Yeah. Okay, I think it's a good thing. In addition to the fact that a chute looks to be slightly smaller than a block, so I can kind of actually look at the piglin if I need to do some maintenance or something like that. You know, after putting all of these piglins in here, I just realized a flaw in what I just did. These things have no AI, so what if I just threw a piece of gold? Are they still gonna get it? They're not. Oh, wait. He picked it up. He had no AI and he picked it up. Is he gonna trade? Oh, that is so rough. I forgot about that little detail. The piglins are all set up, and I'm thinking I'm going to use a modular router in the center to distribute the gold, and I'll just put, like, say, a timer here. We'll make an ender chest and we'll dye them like this. My piping behind this mob farm is getting worse and worse by the project here. I'll take the gold that comes from my mob grinder and send it over to the piglin bartering station, and then whatever gold I get from the mining dimension will be used for building projects and stuff like that. It looks like things are being traded, so that's good. So let's go ahead and break this now. Let's see what items we have in this backpack, if it will allow me. Maybe? No? Huh, there seems to be nothing in this backpack. What's happening to the trades then? Are they actually trading or not? No, they're trading. Is the magnet upgrade off? Oh, it is off. Okay, there we go. Ah, it's working! Look at that. There's some nether quartz right there. And what is all this, by the way? Tetra? But hey, we almost have 3 stacks worth of nether quartz. You know, a byproduct I didn't realize that was going to happen was that this is also a good soul sand farm. I've also just let this run for a little bit, and it just seems like it's just these things that are extra. I'm actually kind of disappointed. I was really excited to see what the piglins could offer. I've been playing around with the routers and the settings on it. It's not perfect. You can see that the redstone timer is only setting off 1 gold ingot per rotation. But I think with that though, that's pretty much sets up everything. Anyways, I digress. I feel like this project has already taken up too much of the episode time. So let's move on. I think before I get to building the farms and such, I would rather prefer to get through a bit of the progression of mystical agriculture. Surely my mob farm would have created enough essence to get through some of this, right? First thing, I want to rank up the infusion crystal. For some reason, a bunch of my inventory is missing. I think I know which one it is too, because recently I've been getting this weird bug. It's my automodium transmitter and receiver. If I just re-put the card in, everything just comes back on and the rest of my inventory shows up. I just don't know what's the reason for that. We're going to upgrade to the next tier this way, then to the next tier, then to the next tier again, then to the next tier, and then finally we can make some insanium and then use that to create our mastered infusion crystal. Now we can fuse essence as much as we want. We need to make a certain amount of insanium farmland. So I'm just going to craft a bunch and just see where that takes me. The number that I'm looking for, I believe, is roughly 80. So we'll just see how much this takes me to. This only goes up to 12. Okay. The joys of exponential progression. But we're gonna take some dirt, a hoe, and the insanium to create the farmland. I just used all of the inferium essence I got from my mob farm, and I'm going to see how much insanium I make from that amount. All right, we're getting up to supremium now. And then from here, we go to insanium. Yeah, so I think I had over, what, 50,000 essence to begin with. It will have to do for now, though. I cleared out a bunch of land here to create a building for our mystical agriculture farm here. Can you ruin farmland by jumping on it? No. Oh, that's actually really nice. We're going to be using the design showed in Alfred GG's video. So we're going to use a harvester pylon, waterlog it. Going to set this to 9 by 9. And we're going to create an automatium hoe. This into this. Now we just place it in here. I'm going to put a second modular router. I'm going to upgrade it so that it goes as fast as it can be. And I want it to pull all the items from this chest into the router. And then from here, we just grab a sender module and shift click the drawer and put it into here. Then from there, I want to pipe that out and have it go into a crafter. And we'll just power this crafter with a spirit gate or ender gate or whatever it's called. And from here, I'm going to put the master infusion crystal, and we're going to create the recipes for all of the essences. So we have auto crafting that goes all the way up to Insanium now. Then we just have to set this to output mode and then upgrade this to a netherite pipe upgrade because heaven knows that we'll need it. Oh yeah, that totally did it. Why is the master infusion crystal getting sent this way? All right, I'm catching up on some documentation right here. So there's a couple of things I can do. The first thing is I'm going to set all of these recipes to internal. So the results after crafting will put the items back into the input instead of keeping it to the output. The only thing I will keep to output is the Insanium because that's what we're trying to make here. The next thing is there's a button to remember or save items in current slot. So if I click R and I put away this crystal, it will still be there. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of each essence so that there's at least a slot for each of them to be crafted. We'll even do it in order so it's sort of cute. So in here, here, and then here. So hit remember, and then they get saved. So yeah, you can see it's slowly making stuff. We can speed this up. I just have to put this back into, where's my netherite upgrade? There we go. So things are just going really, really crazy. Oh, I guess I do have to keep this internally then. What if I set this to keep and then set this to external? Wait, hold on. There's a second option. Result of crafting operation will go to output buffer, but remaining items like buckets will stay in input. Oh, hold on. Maybe that will do it. Here comes next craft. It's going to happen. Boom! All right, it does go into the output. That's sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Shit! Oh, that's brutal. Now looking at the chest, I think I'm getting anywhere around like 30 essence per harvest. So half a stack every 1 second, 2 seconds is pretty good. I think this is enough to warrant watching the auto craft. So I'm going to have to go really, really quickly here. So 1, 2, 3, and then... Oh, that is so satisfying. And it just like all disappears. Oh, that's so fun. However, there's a couple more resources that I want to have on farm with mystical agriculture. What we can do to speed up the essence farm is also put growth accelerators. These are stackable and it only applies to the first plant it hits above it. So if I want to grow a whole bunch of stuff, I would probably have to make a really big tower. It's been a hot minute and I moved the Insanium farm up to the top of this because of course in mystical agriculture, you always have to build a tower of farms. It's just common knowledge at this point between all the mods players, and I think it's actually a law. Under each piece of farmland though, I also added some growth accelerators. This is the tier 1 one. I don't know if the higher tiers do it faster, but the tier 1 ones have a range of like 3 blocks up, so I'm only putting, I think this is 2 layers. Let me just check. Yeah, 2 layers. I also had to take a bit of time to deal with some RAM issues because for some reason my game kept hitting 100% and I couldn't figure out why. I did notice that at some point it kept hitting 100% and I Apparently a problem is that if you put items with NBT tags in refined storage, it causes that. So I removed as much stuff as I could that had NBT tags on them. I still have a few of them in my thing, but for now I feel like it's solved the problem because the memory usage is dipping back down every so often. So it looks correct, I'll say. But yeah, that ate up a considerable amount of time. So yeah, we're just gonna create a bunch of nether quartz seeds. I wonder if I could craft, I'll like auto craft it. I think using hoppers might do it though. Let's see. Oh, nice. And then what if I just export it to a chest? Will that automate it? No. What if I item pipe it to a chest? Huh? Let's see. Will it work? Oh, it does! Yes! While those nether quartz seeds are being made, I want to talk about choices for farmland. So this is Insanium farmland built around these Infernium seeds. However, I was looking around the internet, looking at tutorials and Reddit threads, and it turns out that there's another way to get a better yield if it's not about Infernium essence, and that is through red fertilizer. So that on top of lily pads of fertility nets you a much better yield with your harvests. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of these fertilizers. So all you really have to do is just right click with the fertilizer, and then these red specks show up on the farmland, and we'll do the usual ring around the farmland, but I also want to put a layer of lily pads under to increase the crop growth because it's actually stackable here. The fact that these things are stackable makes them just so good. The nice thing about these seeds too is that you can jump around without trampling the dirt. Once we have that all done, it's just a matter of replicating the same thing from upstairs down here. Then we just plant these crops and just watch them go. Holy crap, this is so fast. What the hell? We're only gonna make a nether quartz with this. So it's just this one recipe. We'll set this to fast and have everything output to this drawer over here. And then all that's really left to do is to just put some of these in here and it goes. All right, forgot. I have to set these both to extract. And then once I have some of this nether quartz, I just put it in here and then it will output there. And of course I want to make this faster. It feels so good not to feel guilty or cheap about making these ultimate pipe upgrades. So now we have a nether quartz farm, and so far we farmed... What the What? How? That's so quick! Holy crap, look at the rate this is going. It's making it by the hundreds per harvest. I was going to put more growth accelerators thinking, oh, it won't be a big deal. Yeah, no, that's not necessary. We're done here already. I'll keep it for sentimental value. I actually think there's still a use for this farm, namely for the obsidian and the soul sand, because you do need soul sand block 5 times compressed and obsidian block 5 times compressed, which I think that's like 47,000 blocks or something like that, or something ridiculous. So might actually make a couple more stack upgrades here. I just like feel that there's a place in this playthrough for stuff that I make and I design, you know? With this second floor, I want to grow random stuff that might be needed and is kind of annoying to farm if you do it regularly. So I have some obsidian seeds that I absolutely will plant around this outer ring here. I am kind of aware of how much obsidian you actually need, and I don't think my old farm will hold up. According to this, it's obsidian block 9 to the power of 5, so like, what, 50,000 or something like that, so I don't want to use a gumball machine to do that. Next, because I do find it annoying to do flowers, we're just going to do a round of dye seeds around in here. In the center ring though, I'm gonna put 2 of each elemental seed in here, but that kind of leaves this outer-ish ring left with, I'm not really sure. If you have a suggestion on what I should plant on this outer ring, please let me know. Ideally, I probably want to find 2 more things to farm here, considering this is how I organize my storage. I also hooked up a bunch of cables and external storages into this so that I actually have this available inside my crafting grid. So like my insaniums in here, and now we have our I guess we can just search up essence and they'll show up as well. Yeah, so you can see them live update. I don't know if I need any more honey though, that's for sure. Not until we get into bees, so maybe that's something I want to start farming. But in the span of, you know, doing all of this, I kind of farmed 250,000 quartz, so that's pretty nuts. Another thing I realized is the infernium farm isn't that great because I'm voiding infernium seeds, and you can't get a decent amount from processing seeds here. For every seed you farm, you get 2 infernium essence, so I think that's something worthwhile to do. So I did make some seed processors here. You can upgrade them from the base version all the way up to Supremium. However, there is a tier above Supremium that's not Insanium, and that's Awakened Supremium. In order to do this, we have to have an Awakening altar along with these pedestals. It's basically another version of this thing here. So we just need 40 of each of those essences, and then we also just have to awaken our Supremium itself. So we need Cognizant Dust, which is from the Wither and the Ender Dragon. You have to kill it with an essence weapon, so I don't think I have much of that. Let's try this. I'm gonna put not that. I'm gonna put a Supremium block here. Does it show? No. So I'm guessing we can put it anywhere we want. Is it just shift clicking or what? Oh, it's just that. Okay. Oh, they're like little jars. We just have to put a Supremium block, I believe. And same idea, you get the animation and everything, and then eventually it goes into an Awakened Supremium block. Okay, cool. Let's make a second one here. Now let's try getting these to the highest tier of Awakened Supremiums. So now we have to do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then all the water essence, all the air essence, all the fire essence, and all the earth essence, and I'm guessing that's the cap here because it's filled up. And then we just put the processor in here and it becomes a Awakened Supremium seed processor. Nice. I had to find a way to make it symmetrical, but in turn I kind of made it a little bit jank, but I've put a second drawer to send all the seeds over to here, and then from the processor we're going to bring it into the crafter, and we'll just make a second one to process more seeds faster, and like I said, for symmetry. It's like a tiny little optimization, but I think it's worth it. With that being said though, I feel like I've accomplished quite a lot today, and we got a lot of things on farm set up, and I do think this is a good time to stop the episode, so I will have to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.